Vijay Prakash Mishra ji, Anita Mishra ji, Guruji Pranam. Gurudev, in 2020 our son passed away at the age of 21. Because of his untimely death, our thoughts are always with him. What can we do that he can get liberated and we can also be free from attachment?
एक चित्रकेतु नाम के राजा हुए हैं.
In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a narration of a king by the name of Chitra Ketu. Devarshi, Naraji and Angiraji used to love him very much, and without invitation they went to see him and saw he was sitting and was very worried. They said, "O king, we came to preach to you about spirituality, about spiritual bliss. Why are you upset?" He said, "Do not preach to me. I don't want spiritual bliss. I just want my son." They said, "You're not destined to have a son. Your karmas have been such in the past." He had many queens but not even one child, and that's why he had married so many queens in the hope of begetting a child. This pastime is in the Srimad Bhagavatam. When he insisted a lot, they said, "Okay, you will have a son, but you will have to receive both happiness and distress." Now he did not hear the words sorrow. He just heard that you will have a son, and he was in bliss because of attachment. He was in bliss. He had a son from his senior queen. Now the king's every thought was for the new son, and every opportunity he would get, whenever he would become free from the royal court, he would go to the senior queen's palace. He did not even look at the other queens. The other queens discussed, "Oh sister, we're very unfortunate. We did not have a child, and secondly, the king is not even looking at us. Forget about talking or laughing with us." They said, "The child is our enemy." So they got the nanny, the nurse who was taking care of the child, put pressure on her and told him to mix a very deadly poison with the milk and give it to the child. Child drank it, became unconscious. His entire body was blue. The second nurse cried out, and upon hearing her, the queen came running. She saw the boy's body had become completely dark as a result of the poison. She got him checked by physicians and they proclaimed him dead. Now the king lost his composure. He cried out loud and held the child's feet to his chest. He was feeling very despondent. And then Naraji and Angiraji appeared again when he was feeling very depressed and said, "Okay, we told you, you're not destined to have a son." He said, "Oh Holiness, I don't want your instructions. I just want my son. I want him back." They said, "Okay, we will bring him back." They were very powerful and ordered Dharmaraj to release the entity from his jail for some time. The child had not taken rebirth into another species as yet, and immediately the soul appeared. Naraji, who is a knower of the past, present and future, and said, "Look, your father loves you so much. Come back in this body. We will take care of destiny." The soul said, "Your Holiness, why are you joking? Is he my father? How many times has become my wife, my son? The business has been going on for countless births. This father is just crying out of his selfishness." When the king heard these, he said, "I don't want the son back." Then you see the mantra from Narad Muni and practiced such thorough devotion that he was able to see Lord Shankarshan in person, but made a mistake, and because of his rude behavior with Lord Shiva, he appeared in the form of the demon Vrittasur. He did not know the glory of Lord Shiva, and when he was preaching, he had seated goddess Amba on his thigh, on his lap. He appeared there on his spaceship. This is what happens when you are filled with pride. That is why it is advised that we should serve the Gurus. Dhruv Maharaji, even when the Lord appeared to him, he asked for the association of his devotees, because when he obtained the position for which he was doing austerities, he felt an anguish in his heart and said, "If I had received association of those who love God, then I would have asked for God's service, not some position." So we should try and awaken the love of God in our heart. We should listen to Satsang, chant the holy name, and realize nobody is anybody's son, nobody is anybody's wife, nobody is anybody's husband. This is just a play of Maya for some time, and we have been given the role of a man or woman. Let's accomplish our true goal. If our mind is always filled with material attachments, then we will not gain success. Bharat Maharaj had given up his palace, his queens and children to become detached, but became attached to a baby deer and had to take birth as a deer in his next life. So what plight would we face because we have an entire web of attachment? Therefore, nobody is anybody's son. In household life, you can attain God if you see God in everyone, in your son, in your husband, in your wife. And when you have that mood, you will have no attachment or animosity. You just have the feeling that you want to benefit others, give them happiness. When Narsingh Mehta ji's son passed away, he was playing kartal and dancing. People said, "You should be crying." He said, "One who doesn't belong to Hari should be the one who cries. We belong to Hari. This entity came for a limited time, did his leela, and has gone back to Hari. The entity belongs to Hari, so it is up to him. Now we have more independence and we can do bhajan day and night. We have no worries." For example, if there's a manager of a factory, he's almost like the owner, but he's not the owner. But if he behaves like the master, the owner, then he will be punished. Similarly, our house, our body, our relatives are all a creation of God, not yours. You have forgotten about the controller of Maya and are considering yourself to be the controller. Maya is so strong that it can destroy your faith in God. So be very careful. In Gopal Sahasranam, it is said, Jagan Natak Vaibhava. One word is given, which means the world is but a stage, and we wanted to play, and therefore we descended upon the stage. But we got so engrossed in the play that we forgot we were playing a role and started to believe the roles are true. We start to believe this act is true. If you make a mistake, you'll be made a prisoner. We did not let the farce be a farce, but accepted it as truth and got trapped in attachment and animosity and quarrels. And what happened? We were taken prisoner by law. You were considered Maya to be true. That's why Maya has created troubles for you. How can I live in separation without the sun? You are supposed to be a manager, but you consider yourself to be the owner. That's why you're feeling distress. All this is government's property. Like the government gives a bungalow, garden, flowers to the bureaucrats. But do not get attached. Remember that you're just a government official. The bungalow and car all belong to the government and can be changed anytime. You might receive a call anytime that you'll be transferred. Now if you think, oh, I have to leave my garden, my roses, but they never belong to you. You were just a government official who was sent here. Similarly, everything you have received here, the bungalow, the car, your body, your relatives, has been given to you by God to attain God. And now, because we have turned away from God and are considering ourselves to be the owner, that is why we have to suffer as a result of this ignorance. For those whose life is deprived of God, God becomes a punisher.
We understand this now, but
that is why we say always chant Radha, Radha, Radha.
जब नाम चलेगा ना,
when you chant the name constantly, then this illusion will not be able to penetrate through you. Lust, anger, greed, attachment will not be able to defeat you. We have forgotten the name and are not chanting the praises of God. This in the scriptures as well. Out of the 9 Yogeshwaras, one Yogeshwar is saying that when you eat a bite of food, your hunger is satisfied and you're nourished. Similarly, with every name you chant, Radha, 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 you develop detachment from the world, realization of yourself, and love for God. All 3 develop. But one who has been hungry for a long time, if you stop him while eating, he will feel more anxiety. Only when he's eaten half a stomach will he feel satisfied. Similarly, if you chant 12 hours a day, do bhajan for 12 hours a day, then we will feel satisfied and feel bliss. Without bhajan, it will not be possible. So let's not be foolish, realize the truth, just tolerate happiness and distress, chant Radha, 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 and become free from the material world. We are in a slaughterhouse. I say this repeatedly. Run from here, escape from here. The butcher like Kal, time, will destroy everything. All material creation is under the jurisdiction of Kala, time. And when time comes, everything will be destroyed. We see this ourselves. Somebody had an accident and was blown to pieces. A car that was running just got on fire and nobody could escape. What was all this? This is a slaughterhouse of the butcher like Kala, time. Some instant or person will come in the form of the axe of the butcher and will destroy you. Therefore chant Radha, Radha and develop a feeling you want to attain liberation and be free from this world. But sense objects are so attractive that people have no remorse and do not realize that we are in Mrityu Lok, the planet of death. So why have any remorse? If only your son died, or if only you have to die, then it'd be something to ponder upon, that this is very unfair and should not happen. But even if God incarnates here, he also plays a leela of leaving from here. And if you want to know what is really a sorrowful matter, it is the beloved of the Lord is sitting in Lanka and is crying for him, and God who has taken avatar is walking bare feet, and how much suffering he went through. And we are trying to find happiness in this place, which is called Dukh Alyam, the place of misery. So just try and become free from the cycle of life and death from the samsara and try to attain God. This means, running means to become free from vices and attain God, and this is only possible by chanting the holy name. Chant as much as possible, listen to Satsang. The more you do this, the more your intelligence will be purified and your heart will be cleansed, and only the name can save you from the sorrow. No black magic can save you. The name of God, the Leela of God, the shelter of God. There is no other solution in the three worlds. There is no other solution in the three worlds.
कोई उपाय नहीं है दुख दूर करने का, कोई उपाय। तब लगी कुशल न जीव कहूं, सपने हूं मन विश्राम, जब लगी भजत न राम को, शोक धाम तजिका.
Whatever name you like, Ram Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hari Hari, which Gurudev has given you, chant that a lot. This knowledge will be revealed to you from inside.
ज्ञान प्रकट कर देगा, ये इस माया से बद नाम लेत भव सिंधु सुखाही.
You will not need a boat to cross this material ocean or swim.
नाम लेत भव सिंधु सुखाही, करो विचार सुजन मन, कहूं कहाँ लगी नाम बड़ाई, राम न सकहीं नाम गुण गाई. भगवान से भी बढ़कर भगवान का नाम.
Greater than God is the name of God, and does not cost anything to chant Radha Radha Radha, Ram Krishna Hari, whatever name is dear to you. That is what will create real auspiciousness, and we all have to leave one day. It doesn't matter how much medicine, gold or silver we take.
अगर मरने से डर लग रहा है तो जो सब हित आवा शरणाई, रखियो ताई प्राण की नाई.
God is saying, even if you're afraid, come take my refuge and I will make you free from all fear. Do you know how devotees die? It is as if from a powerful elephant, a garland of flower breaks off and falls, like a garland of jasmine falls off from the elephant's neck. He does not even realize it, does not feel anything. This is how devotees pass away. They do not even realize it. The pain of birth and death is not experienced by devotees because the Lord Himself comes to take them, and because your mind is immersed in spiritual bliss and you're detached from the body. You do not even realize that the body has died. Like a snake leaves its skin and experiences no pain, we don't experience any pain when we give up our old clothes and accept new clothes. Similarly, a devotee does not experience any pain at the time of death. And death is like a festival for him. God says, of the ones who forcefully take everything, I am death. God Himself in the form of death is taking everyone. But for a devotee, he does not come in a fearful form. He comes in a very charming form. Therefore, chant the name of God and stay in His shelter.